Good morning, happy Saturday. Wes here again, Wes Key, for another live Twitch stream. I want to welcome you to my home studio. We are in my music studio. In fact, let's give you the welcome screen here, and so you can kind of see where we are. So welcome to. Would love to talk Emporio. Yeah, hit me up, man. Shoot me a DM. Would love to chat. Thanks for reaching out. So, friends, welcome to my home studio. I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, and coming to you live. I love Twitch. I had so much fun last week because it really feels like you are all here in the studio. The fact that you can see my screen, you can hear my audio, you can interact with me, really feels like we're all collaborating on a live session with you in the studio. I would love to give you more of a tour, like a 360 tour of the studio, bring that to you on a subsequent video. But for now, we are doing a production demo, so I really just wanted to show you what's going on in my screen. So welcome again to everyone. So look, I want to do a quick recap first of what we did last week. And then this week, we're going to keep building from that. All right? So let's do that. We're going to recap really quick. We started out last week, if you remember, with a voice memo on the phone. Of course, my phone is in use right now. But, you know, a lot of times artists will come to the studio and they'll just bring a voice memo like, oh, this idea popped in my head for a song, it's some lyrics, it's a melody, and we just build from that. And that's the whole foundation of the song. So that's how we did it last week. And I wanted to take you guys through that process really quickly once again, and then we're going to build from that. So by the end of last week, we had the whole foundation of the song, of the vibe. Really, the whole song wasn't done, but the whole vibe was done and good enough to send out to this person and that person. So check this out. We're gonna start today with the voice memo, and let's get into it. So here you have the voice memo. Hey. Okay, so that was the entire voice memo. I literally just started that memo when I was gonna walk my dog, and it just came to my mind. So from there, we took it and built this whole thing that you're seeing on the screen now. IG Live, you're about to hear it. So check this out. Let's hear it. You can hear the similarity, right? Don't, right? And I'll take you through to the hook so you can hear what the hook sounds like as well, just to hear how it switches up. Right. Hey. So that's really what we did last week. We got all the way from voice memo to demo. So that's good. That's good news. Now I did update this a tiny bit throughout the week, so I wanted to give you guys exactly what updates. You heard this is the verse vibe. Verse vibe is right here, and it switches up to the chorus. 5, 6, 7. Right? Hey. So that's a tool that we used to distinguish the verses from the hook. And then I wanted to show you the groove of the bass, how that switches up too. So we have this, which goes doom, listen to it on the. So that groove is new, and that's just to give you a sense of the differentiation between the hook and the verses. So here we are on the verse, you know, having a good time. And then here we go. You feel the difference? That's the whole point. Goldilocks is in the building. Welcome, Goldilocks. So nice to have you here. Hey. Okay, so good. That's what we have. I added something to the guitars that I think you're going to love. When we started this thing, this was our thing. This was our right. This was our guitar patch from last week. Simple, fun. But now, check out what I added in the chorus. Regular. And. Ooh, wait for that to come back around. And. Here we go. 5, 6. Beautiful. So for my theory nerds, you know, instead of just doing a minor chord at the end, what I gave you there was a diminished chord. Diminished is what that is called, and it gives you a kind of a spooky flavor. And to me, it actually makes the song a little more R&B. Right, to give you a diminished chord flavor in here. It's like different spices, right? When you think about what chords to use, you can use happy chords, sad chords, whatever, and sort of that's how you go and build your recipe. But so I wanted a little bit more at the end there. So listen to how that interacts with the bass and the drums. Here we go. Regular, happy, right. And check this out. Fun. So it just that's only for the hook. And then also I completely took out the guitar during the verses. Keep it open during the verses. And then for the hooks, that strumming pattern comes in, right? This is more fun when it's open. You hear I peek it in, but I might not keep that. Nice and open. And then, awesome. So this is our hook. And you remember this flute from last time. Love it. So we're pretty much caught up as to where we were last time. I'm going to go ahead and start to show you some new things that I added. This guitar, I really like this guitar part. So sort of for a bridge, I was messing around trying to find that diminished chord, and this is what I added. Check this out. Listen to this. Right. Yeah. Great. So I'll just solo the guitar so you can hear it even better. This is how that sounds. Oh, it's fun. Okay, so Sarah, who is my wife, and also born in Nigeria, uh, when she heard that, she really felt that that was sort of like a West African guitar vibe, and I totally agree. The older school, not like the new school Afro pop, but that older school West African guitar licks, absolutely right in that bag. So this song I'm still trying to figure out. It's somewhere in between. Come on, guitar. Thank you, Goldilocks. This song is somewhere right between like Latin pop, regular pop, not regular pop. It's all regular, to somebody. Latin pop, like American, current pop and Afro pop. And it's really not sure. It really doesn't know where it is yet. So I'm trying to help it find an identity. Okay. The other thing that we did, this is the only other change I made, and then the rest of it we're going to all do together. So after this little bridge thing, I changed the drum beat. So now this is a straight reggaeton drum beat now at this point. Right? And then you'll hear it's coming up. 6, 7. So listen to this. That Tom needs help. So now we have more of a straight up reggaeton vibe at the end, or as we say, reggaeton. That's what I kind of just want the song to ride out on that reggaeton. Okay, so look, let's get into this and start creating together. So again, feel free to comment, get in the suggestions if you have ideas or whatever. I'd love to make this a collaborative experience. But when we finished the demo last week, it didn't really have too much form. There was a little bit of differentiation between the verses and the hooks, but there really wasn't that much form. You see, I've added some more form, but this still needs more, right? This still is just a demo after all. It's still an outline, right? So if you're writing an essay, this is still your outline, and we really have to get out the thesaurus at this point and make our word selection very, I don't know if you want to say intricate or purposeful. So what that translates to in music is right now we're going to, dissect each and every sound. Like, are the drum sounds good? Are the drum patterns? That's one goal for today, is to enhance the sounds of everything. Another goal for today in this stage, this is stage 2 for my process, is to add some transitional elements from one place to another, right? This needs some transitional elements. So if you have a live band, right, and they're playing, let's say the drummer's playing, the drummer's going to do some fills, and the drummer's not playing the exact same thing for the entire time. Depending on the style of music, the drummer's going to have some fills. The bass player might cut a few licks. So it's not just like, right now this track feels a little bit copy and pasted, right? It's still very loopy, which is fine. It can be loop driven, not loopy, wrong word there. It's loop driven. It can be loop driven, and that's fine. But there you've got to balance it out so it just doesn't sound too, amateur, might I say? So certainly for this style, you don't want it to be too loop based. So what I want to do is get those sounds where they need to be, and then I need to start to add some transitional elements. And third, I really am hoping to create a bridge today that would be amazing. So in terms of transitional elements, I've tried something so far. So coming out of the first hook, listen to what you hear. So that's cool. There's like a filter. What that is called is a filter. So everything is sort of hidden under a blanket, and then it sort of slowly reveals. But what I think I need is that when it comes out, I want it to sort of fade out a little bit. So if we can go, this thing is called automation. You know what automation is. Automation in any other field is the same thing as automation in this field. So we have a filter. You can see right here where my mouse is. This is called a filter track. Well, that's what I've called it. And what here is, this is like how soon does the filter come in versus come out, all right? So this, you can literally click and drag this. So if I bring it very far, you can listen. Right, so that's very gradual, and I don't want it that gradual. I want it maybe a little bit more shocking. Here we go. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I think that's a little bit better, just slightly more gradual. Gave it what it needed. And right, all right. So I started out playing drums as a kid, and so I always do tend to start with the drums. I need some like drum fills, and definitely want to add some more percussion to this situation. So let's see what we can do going from the verse to the chorus. So right now I just have it doom cha cha doom cha cha cha, and that is okay. But let me see if I can do better than that. And actually, let me just explain what you're looking at. Right, this is the screen. We're in Logic Pro. This is my digital audio workstation that I like to use, and right now I have a group here of. These are all called channels, right? These are our channels, or tracks, if you want to call them. So with this view, you see more like a mixing board in like a live sound scenario. You see with all these are called faders, and it's like a mixing board. But this is like the arrangement view, where you get to see the arrangement of the song. So what you see is the arrangement laid out right in front of you. And now, what you see here, this is the kick. Snare. So each one corresponds to a sound. Each one corresponds to a sound, so you get the idea. I want to keep going. Hey. Let's try something like syncopated. Da 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 ga ga. Wait. So okay, what we're gonna do is, if we don't like it, we'll switch it up. Where is it? We can just draw it. That's already kind of a cool feel with the snare. It's decent, right? Oh, and you hear the kick is going. I got dun, 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 which is cool. But let's see if we can make it match the snare a little bit. Right, so we're gonna pull this back and just see what happens. Yeah. Take it back a few measures. I don't love that. It's not guess and check. These are all like Right here, these are all like notes. So this is the timing measures. Boom, whole note, half note, quarter notes, etc. Too lame. Oh, I know what we got. There we go. Doom, 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 da, da, doom. Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's our fill. So let's go back a few measures so you can hear it. Yeah, see, now we got some motion going into the hook. Regular. So, and I think we got to make sure that that links up with the bass as well. So, perfectly. Oh, sorry, that wasn't it yet. We're coming up on it now. I think that fits. That's good. And what we could probably do is have like a conga fill, honestly. Yeah, so let's pull up some congas and see what we can do. All right, let's do that. That'll be our next step. For that, I'm gonna need a new instrument. I'm gonna use machine again. I really do like machine. And one of these days, I'm gonna show you what the machine looks like. But that is still to come. Okay, so let's go to instruments in here, instruments, and there's an instrument called West Africa. I bet they have an instrument called like Latin America, but I don't have that one. So we'll see if we can get a good conga sound in here. There's some good sounds in that one, right? So if we load that up, Okay, no problem. If we load that up, so we'll pull that up here. Load this and find some sounds. That sound is already fire. So check this out. One and something like that. Okay. So 3 and 5, 6. I like that 4. Kra 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 kra. I like that 4 situation. I'm having some issues with there we go. I think I fixed it. So not really. My machine unit is trying to bug me today. That's unfortunate. It's not working. I'll just turn it off and on. Alright, so that's way too loud. That's in the background there, so that's a good fill. And what we need is we need like a doom right there. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So far we are still working on this track from last week. And we are trying to add some transitions and fills and everything. So let's give it a shot. Doom, doom. Man. Love that sound. So we can put it off to the right or whatever. And then we can have another one going on the left. So nice. All right, so let's right, here we go. 5, 6. Good, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. 5, 6. Hey. Perfect. So, get into it. How do you decide what kind of instrumental fill or transition to use? Do you just hear it? So thank you for that question. How do I decide? So for this song, earlier in this, I was talking about how this kind of feels like some crossover between Latin pop, Afro pop, and like whatever, LA pop or whatever, tropical pop, whatever you want to call it. And so for me, though, because it has that sound, there are certain drums or instruments or sounds that are associated with those kinds of musics already. So, you know, genres always evolve, but there are certain sounds that are more typical to certain genres, and part of that has to do with geography. Like, for example, reggaeton has more of like congas and everything, but that's because geographically speaking, that's a tradition that comes out of Puerto Rico, Latin America in general, the Caribbean. And with Afro pop, there's the current stuff has a lot of like wood blocks and like percussive elements, so I'm going to be pulling from those palettes. So part of it is a knowledge of what is used currently, and sort of a knowledge of what sounds trigger what connotations for the listeners given our cultural context, our societal context. And part of it is, I just hear it because, you know, I listen to music and I hear things that I like, and some of it sticks in my head subconsciously. Some of it is more conscious. So let's see if that, hey, I like that so far. So I hope that answered your question. For this time in particular, I would say that what would I say? At this moment in particular, I think it was more so I already knew I wanted some percussion and congas in here, so that's where we got. And that's actually a djembe sound, not congas, but I think it'll work. And if it doesn't work, we can always replace it later with congas. So let me hear that again. Okay, I'm gonna mute this. So I want to be able to put them on different places, left and right. So let's see how we're going to do that. I know what to do. So this, what I'm about to do is a little bit technical, but now I see I have it on 2 places, pattern 1. And so let me record it here. Let me go back in here and delete what I just played. If I can find it in the events, right. So I'm gonna delete what I have over here. And perfect. Now what I can do is I can pan one left and pan one right. And that is my goal, because I want it on both sides, and you just hear the big djembes raising up to the heavens. That's the idea. So you see, you're getting a little sense of what some of the technical stuff is like. I want to do some routing. Routing is like telling the sounds where to go. So I want this one to go to 1, and I want this one to go to 2. And for the input, we're gonna do host and channel 1. And for, oops, this is channel 2. And then for this one, input, host, and channel 2. This is all like technology stuff that you really don't need to worry about, but it is necessary for me to do in order to get the sound, to craft the exact sound that I want to hear. It's very necessary. So this needs to be multi-output, not stereo. So we can add this. Excellent. Now I want to open this up again. So what you're seeing is the interface for machine. And it just unfortunately deleted my stuff. So that's sad. It's gonna be very easy to figure this out. All right, boom, we got 2. Go to keyboard. That's what we're gonna do. So back to our hook. Let's get back to our hook and record this again. All right, y'all ready? We're about to get it. 5, 6, blah, 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 Good, now we're gonna do the same thing for this one. And whoops, I missed my cue. And 5, 6, blah, 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 And if those are too messy, we can always fix them. I love that. So now, you can hear that computer is really working hard. Doom, doom, doom. We have to do our routing again. It's just stuff, you know, tech stuff. So this is actually a good point in time to point out to all the viewers right now, like, as a music producer, you really have to know this tech stuff, because I'll often find that, and what can often happen is that, like, a whole day you're producing and your progress just goes out the window because you come up against this tech thing and that just derails you. So what is aggravating about it is that, anything can come up. So you really have to know your tech stuff. Like, if you could see in here, Instagram, you can kind of see in here, there's all this wiring going on. There's all these different gadgets and everything. And sometimes they don't want to play friendly, and it can be a struggle. Thankfully, right now, it wasn't very hard for me to take care of that and finish that out. Let's see how it did. Exactly. Okay, perfect. So look at my mouse right now. What I wanted to do was have the djembe coming on both sides. So you'll see now, and now you're also going to hear how it's coming on both sides. Look where the mouse is down here. Wonderful. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's get it a little louder. I like that. Now, because machine operates on a loop basis, right now these are just looping, looping, looping. So instead of having it loop, I'm going to drag it onto logic such that it only comes when I want it to come. If I'm not making sense, just let me know. So create track. So now we have our two djembe. This is djembe 1. And we have djembe 2. You know, to Sarah's point, to Sarah's question about how do I choose sounds as well. I'm working in machine a lot lately, and I know I have this West African patch in there. There's a group of sounds in there, sound samples. So that's also another reason I chose that. If I had the Latin American one like loaded up and ready to go, maybe I would have gone with a different conga. But this is just also sometimes for workflow is how you make your choices about sounds. Okay, now we're ready to grab our sounds. We're in the first one, we're on the right side. So I'm going to grab this and just drag it out of machine. I don't want to import the tempo. And then I'm going to also drag this pattern out of machine. And now you can see, don't import the tempo. Now you can see, boom. Now it's only happening where I want it to happen, and it's not happening all over the song. So it's only going to happen. And 5, 6. Alright, so we're getting some stuff, and keep perfecting it. I don't want this in here. And I'm going to change the bass so it also kind of works a little bit better. So what I want to do is I'm going to make it go doo. I kind of like that. Kind of like the do thing. Doo. And to do that, we do a pitch bend. So make sure it's at 0, which means it's playing the note that the keyboard tells it to play. And then I'm going to have it I don't know if that's really working. Not really. Oh, but you know what the issue is? You actually have to go into the instrument and you go in here to where it says pitch bend up and down, and you have to let it bend more notes. So by bending how much, I'm telling the computer how much do I want to let the pitch bend, how much do I want to let each note bend, right? And if you look here at my piano, right, this is that little thing on the side, right? So that's what's called a pitch bend. All right, And so I'm altering how much it can be bent on the downward slope. I don't know if the... I kind of like that, how it just goes down a little bit. I don't know. Don't want it to be too corny or too saliente, you know, up front. Take too much attention. And I think right now timbales are extremely popular. So after that djembe feel, we may want to add some timbales. And to do that, I got to go in here and find some. All right, and right at this point, I want to take a quick break and explain to everybody one thing that is kind of important to understand. If you saw last week's versus this week's, you're going to notice a very noticeable change in pace. Last week was like, all right, let's throw ideas down like this, quick, quick, quick. I did not spend a lot of time altering the sounds. I was just like, let's get the ideas down, boom, and get this thing to where it has some semblance of a vibe, right? Today is when you get into the nitty gritty. So it often feels like it's a lot more tech and a lot more like, okay, clicking, and it might feel less creative to some of the viewers. That's phase 2. You know, a lot of producers can come up in here. A lot of producers can put an idea together, and it's like, okay, great. But who has the discipline to take it from that demo stage and bring it to where it's polished and ready? That's not easy. And I'm very happy to have you with me rocking out in that stage right now. So if we can get back into it, what you'll see is that it's like, okay, I have an idea for a fill. And then I need to like do that idea, and sometimes that might involve a lot of clicking. So other producers have different flows than this, but this is my flow. So welcome to my flow. All right, we're gonna go and browse the sounds that we have. And built into Logic, there is a Latin kit. And so that's what I'm going to grab. There's African kalimba, African kit, Asian kit, Caribbean steel drums. They got all these sounds and samples built in. So let's see what we got over here on the piano. Okay, that's not going to be it. There you go. That's one. That's a timbal hit. That's a conga. Right? So we could have done it with these if we want. Watch this. We could do that too. More congos. Right? Something like that. There's a conga. There's our timbale hits, right? So, I'm gonna do like a roll with this. Oops. That's it. All right. Now we go in here and I don't like these congas. I'm gonna mute them. clack. So I'm late on that, so it's got to be right there. Where are we? And we're not just gonna grab this, right? We're gonna make a roll. Grrrt, right? That's the sound we need. So I'm gonna copy these. And sort of make it sound like a drum roll. Oh, nice. So let's press solo so you can hear it. We don't want that to interfere. Right? And we can also add like a flam. Yeah, that's our little, and then we just add some EQ, we add some reverb, and that's the sound. Let's see if we have one too many of these rolls. No, that was a good way it was. So that right there is a common fill in salsa music. And then, you know, producers in reggaeton started implementing that into their music. And then before you knew it, it's in every pop song. This could work, right? Again, these are just ideas we're putting there. And if they don't work, we take it out. And then what happens if we take the djembes all the way out, right? Whoops, that was the wrong button. Mute them. This is without the djembes. You know, so someone could prefer that. So it just depends, really, and it depends what the vocalist ends up doing too. A little too messy for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if anyone feels the same way. So if we can quantize it. Hey. Oops. Oops. These are triplets. So we want eighth note triplets. I do like it when it's a little less messy. Okay, so you see how I just brought those straight onto the grid as opposed to letting them be how I played them. Now they're still slightly off from one another. See how I'm just, that gives it some more texture without making it too messy. And these here are a little too, yeah, I dig that. So we can put the, it could work. It could be too, I could be veering too much into the lane of reggaeton. So, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining on IG. Hope you can hear the beat okay. All right, sit back, listen, see how it sounded. Something's not perfect about it, but I want to move on. I don't want to take up all the time. What I am really happy with is, yeah, that could be better. Just let me take the djembes out. Okay, just do. I like that. Yeah, that's better, right? At the end of the day, we end up spending all that time and then not using it. It happens all the time. I really like that. So let's take it back a little bit. Let's try something different with the snare here in the middle of the hook. Thanks, Kira. That. Let's do some. Got. That's what I want the drums to do. Got. Okay. So we take that. Got. Right. So we could take this one out. I think that's the exact same thing that we did going into the hook, but that would be okay with me. It is the exact same thing. But if it works, we can use it again. What's going on, Foxbox Gamers? Welcome to the party. Thanks for joining in. We are just touching up a track that I started last Saturday, and we're back in the studio this Saturday, and I'm trying to take it from where it was just a really good idea to like really sounding like more like a polished track. So always feel free to jump in the comments, make suggestions, ask questions, anything. See, I don't like it there, but maybe on the second one. I don't love what I did, so I'm going to undo that. And I'm gonna make sure I didn't just undo too many times. Move events. I think that was correct. Hey Charles, what's going on? Hi. Feel free to ask questions, join in the comments. All right, so I do want to feel going out of this drums, going out of this hook. That could work. So. Where is it? Am I on the snare here? Okay, so this is da 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 da. There we go. That could work. See how it's late though? Oops. Yeah, that's nice. Just that little extra snare in there gives it a go. Okay, so let me see what this. We have a question here. We have a question, and it says, when did you add the pickup chords in the middle of the hook? Thank you. Wonderful question. And way to go. You have a good ear for noticing that. That's something I went over in the very beginning of the video. So in between last Saturday and this Saturday, what's going on? I added the little bit just to give it so I'll explain it again to you real quick. Those pickup chords that you're talking about, very interesting terminology there, and I know exactly what you're referring to. Go to the chords on the hook. So those are diminished chords. Diminished gives you that like spooky sound or whatever, or like the train is coming and someone's tied to the train tracks. There's like that tension, and there's that tension and like anticipation that comes with a diminished chord. And so whereas before I had it like, I just had, that's what I had before. I had just regular minor chord. You hear that da-da-da-da, that fourth chord, that's that minor chord, but you can substitute that with a diminished and it has the same effect. It has the same, right? Second time around. Perfect. So if I can pull up, check me out here. So usually it was A minor, then we had a F major 7. Can you, oh, you can't see the top, but you can hear it. And then we went to a G minor, and then we go to an E minor, and those were the chords. But instead of an E minor, you can see how my if you're on Twitch, you can see how my hands switch. So this is the regular E minor 7. Right, that's an E minor 7. But then you can add a diminished. You hear it gives it that extra energy. That's your regular minor 7. There is your boom. Diminished. So that is what I decided to do with that. And that was between last week and this Saturday. I just threw a few things on here. But not much. Most of it we're doing live together. So good question. Hey, Dan, what's going on? So good. Let's see where to go next. All right, let's save this so we don't lose anything. I think what I want to do, instead of working on these transitions anymore, I did a few. They take kind of a long time. Let's work together on making a bridge vibe. So let's go to where the bridge would be. First of all, let's mute these drums all the way. Right. All right. Again, let's go here into a bridge. Let's create a bridge together, all right? So I already added these. Okay, I'm liking where this is going. There's a delay. There's a delay happening in my program, so I'm just gonna restart the program really quickly. A lot going on tech-wise, but it should not take more than a second. Y'all get to see my messy background. Twitch beat is what I called it, and we're loading it back. Hey, what's going on? Hey, cousin, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in. I just to give you a catch up to date, we've been working on this track since last Saturday, and now we are continuing to build it. So I'm adding a bridge right now. All right. Let's see if it. That's not good. What was it, 92? Oh, see, I don't know how this tempo changed. See, what was I saying earlier to you all about how tech can just randomly ruin everything? We're back. We're back. So this is the time where we just get to be creative and envision something and try something. So, you know, we can keep it pretty standard, like, oh, the drums came out, but the bass is still in, and, you know, switch it up a little bit. And now we have that guitar thing, but I want to go extra with it. Right? Technology. Foxbox Gamers knows what's up. Man, technology could just be so random sometimes. Alright, so what I'm hearing, I don't know what y'all are hearing, but oh, I'm glad you're singing along. Feel free to send me ideas and everything, like text it to me or DM or whatever. So I'm hearing something for this bridge, right? And I kind of want to do like a production heavy halftime thing. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about by halftime, but if you don't know, musically speaking, halftime is like, if you know Suit and Tie, Justin Timberlake and Jay-Z. As long as I got my suit and tie, I'm gonna leave it all on the floor tonight. A few things. I don't know all the lyrics. But when Jay-Z comes in, it goes to halftime. So instead of don't cat, don't cats, don't chats, don't chat, it turns to don't cats, don't cats, right? So I'm thinking of some sort of a halftime, you know, slowed down, kind of almost like you're underwater and the waves are coming at you. That's what what I'm hearing for this bridge. Let's see if we can do something along those lines. So first of all, we need to get rid of that bass for a second. Right, we need to get rid of the bass for a minute. see what happens. Okay. Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I know, right? Tech is so crazy. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, can you hear the... Hold on. Let's pull up the music and see if you can hear. I literally had to add a new audio source on Twitch in order for this thing to work. Yay! Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Paul. Thank you all for hanging with me. I lost about 100 of you. But thank you for those who stayed. I really appreciate your patience. It's crazy. Can you hear the beat? Yeah, it looks like you can. Oh, sweet. We're back. Paul. The raid totally... I'm gonna look it up on YouTube later. We're back. Okay, alright. Thanks everyone. Alright, thank you for my viewers. Thank you for your patience. Woo, technology. Now we're back to the hug. Hey, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Literally. Alright, we're taking it to the bridge now. We're taking it to the bridge and we're gonna try to do... Actually, we're not taking it to the bridge. This is the bridge. Bridge is here. Taking it to the bridge. And 7, 8. Let me get rid of that shaker as well. That I'm making with my See, this is nice. Yeah, I did play the guitar in this beat, man. What's going on? But I have some tricks that I use to make it sound good. What's Goody Beats, man? Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna throw you a follow. As soon as I get off this thing, I'm gonna try to find your page. Yeah, so that's the guitar there. Okay, so then we're gonna get back into the hook from there. So let's build out this bridge a little bit. We had to strip it all the way down in order to build it back up. And this is nice. I don't know if you guys are hearing more of a synthy like under this beat right now, or more of like a, you know, I need something that sounds different from the rest of the beat, but also is within the same palette. I don't want it to just go randomly to nowhere from here. So I know what I need to do. So I do want to do like a reverse beat. I love reverse sampled drums. So I'm going to show everyone exactly what I'm talking about. Reverse sample drums, okay? You're going to be so happy. Let's browse between the drum sounds. And keep in mind, I got to choose a drum sound here, but I got to choose one that's going to sound good backwards, right? So I got to use my creativity. Actually, yes. Let's grab this. So then we got to go through all these samples. Can we do reverse? Pitch / envelope. Yes, we turn on reverse for all of these. So get back to the plugin. You hear that? Whew. Already sounding crazy. So where's my reverse? It's a little loud, but I'll fix it. Turn me. Right? Everything's reversed now. Backwards jumps are such a weird and beautiful effect. I agree so much. Thank you also to What's Goody Beats for the love. So let's see if we can. Oh, now that we've reversed all the samples, right? And what I'm noticing is that I don't want a one shot. I want a ADSR. One shot means that you just click it once and it plays the whole sample. So let's pull up this thing so y'all can see what I'm doing. On this kick, you hear how it's too loud? So we want to literally go into the sample, and not that sample, but up here to the mixer, right? And you can actually start where the sample starts and stops. Do you see here, everyone watch my screen? Do you see how like all this space before? There's all this space before the actual like drums come in. So I want to get rid of that. So as soon as right? That's much more like it. But I need like a fade in. I know that there's a fade feature somewhere. So reverse is on. And I'll figure out the fade later so that there's no like clipping or whatever. You hear how there's a clip right at the beginning? I'll fix that in a second. Oh, X fade. Is that it? No. But I will figure it out in a second. And honestly, I don't like this kick sound. So we're going to go and fix that kick sound. One shot. We're going to go to drums. And we're going to go to kick. Hey! Remza Balutu, thank you for following. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate the follow. So that's what we have now. And that one has too much low end. Let's try something simple like that, right? So then we go back here. Yeah, that's so much better. And this thing is like insane. So we're gonna also take the start and end to this. And it's way too loud. So let me take the straight up volume and turn that down. There we go. Turn up the attack a little bit. And the volume is right here in the mixer. So I can turn that volume down. Let's give that a shot. Just sketch this out. Right? Hey, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right? Right. So I'm definitely feeling this at this point. I like that as a... right? So let's see if we can play this in some semblance of time. In fact, I'll turn on the record. 6 and 5, 6, 7, and. Okay, so what we got to do, let's turn off record. Let me get back to, let's see the pattern that we just created. And drag everything up. Whoops. Now, these are sort of out of time, which is a nice effect, but I also want to think about, let's see, if I would just solo out these. No, that's not where we want this pattern to start. If we go to events, select all. All right, then we can drag them. Take the pattern and turn it to a 8-bar pattern. I'm going to go ahead and quantize I'm going to quantize these hi-hats. They're kind of coming where I want them to come. But you know, you can hear. Can you hear how they're? Can you hear how they're anticipating a little bit? I don't want it to anticipate too much. So I'm going to take them all and just slightly move them over. This one's late. These both, actually 3 in a row were late, so we drag those over. Perfect. Let's take these now, and we're going to just slightly, ever so slightly, nudge them over. If we do shift nudge, it'll be little by little by little. Eensy weensy. I kind of like where that's falling. Okay, so we got to fix the beginning of this pattern. This is coming late. That first one is late. Okay, that's wonderful. So what I just did was I took the hi-hats and they're backwards and I placed them where I want to place them. Now what I need to do is place the, I got to place the snare where I want it. So select them, I'm solo the snare. Yeah, Charles says it feels like it's overpowering the rest. It is, it is. You just gotta let me get this idea finished, and then what I'm gonna do is tuck it way into the back. But you just first make the idea and then tuck it where it needs to be. So what you're running into right now is that I'm having a vision in my head and it's totally not done yet. But it's going to get there. And then once it's done, then let me know if you feel like, now it's starting to fit. So these are a little early maybe. Let me quantize. That's too early. Too early. That's nice. Those are where I want them. Let's go to the snare now. I had that solo, that's solo, I mean the kick. Now that's way too early. So quantize those. Way too early. So what I gotta do is grab all of them and move them over a good deal. Those are still early. That's better. Yeah. Yeah. That was a little late, but it's kind of cool. Actually, yeah, I do like it slightly later. So where is that one? Yeah, I like them a little bit later. That's perfect. That's perfect. Nice. So, of course, that first one's way too late, right? So, and that one's early. That one was just late. Oh, yeah, well, that's the first one. That's what's going to be. So now what we got to do is load these into Logic out of this machine where they are and into Logic. All right, so unsolo that. Okay, I like that. And we only have a half hour, so I don't want to take too much time in this step. I wonder if I could do it quickly or if I could just do the audio. So we'll take the, we'll take the audio. Hey, thank you for that follow. Proxy Malbog. Thank you for that follow. I really appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me. This is wonderful. So cool to have you guys joining me on this live production demo. I want to remake a song. Can I send you a link? Of course. Yeah, you can send me a link. Yeah, that would be awesome. So I have right now on my About section on Twitch, you can go into there's a link for my Instagram and there's a link for my Discord. So you can send me a message on either of those. And yeah, let's get talking. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking an interest in this. So really quickly, we're gonna do some routing. You're like, what's routing? And yeah, it's not like necessarily the most fun part. It's just really quickly gotta send this out of here into Logic. And oops, sound input MIDI host. channel 3, MIDI, host, channel 2, channel 1. Okay, so now I did all that because now it's going to be showing up in Logic instead of in Machine, and that's how I prefer to work personally. Good. Now we go back here and we have 3 channels, boom, and this is the reverse drums. Rev kick, rev snare, and rev hi-hat. So now that we've done that step, we can literally, and watch this, if you're a producer and you use Machine and you don't know how to use this, please be watching this step. Don't import tempo because this is, I prefer to work in the Logic mainframe, I guess you could say, and I like it better than working within Machine itself. So for that reason, I just export these MIDI takes over to. Okay, so Charles, now check us out, right? We're gonna fix this idea. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. Josh, right? Thanks for joining. Oh, I see. You got the link there. Okay, thanks. Yeah, but still send me a. Oh, something's amiss with the Discord invite link. Was it set to never expire? No, it probably expired. Huh. Thanks for that, man. But I'll get that fixed for you. Oh, thank you. Set the link to never expire. Alright, so I'll fix that and I'll upload it as soon as we finish with this video, okay? Awesome. Fix these. These are coming in too early at the beginning. So this one is that. Drag this slightly up. So my first one is late here. Okay, finally we got this idea set, and what we're gonna do. Actually, I can just send y'all the message here. Here's the Discord link, and then I'll fix my thing afterwards. Yeah, we can talk after proxy about all these things. That would be awesome. Send me a message. I just sent you the Discord link again. So Charles, now we are about to fix this to where these are tucked way under. So we're gonna add Foxbox gamers. Thank you for joining in. Have a great time at work. Hope to see you soon. Really enjoyed having you with me. Thank you. Okay, so Charles, watch this. Ugh. So it slightly comes in. Yeah, that's what we want to do. So now we need to automate that, and the way you do that is just go in here, press the A button to open automation, close open automation, channel EQ, high cut frequency, and it's low right now, and so what we're going to do is gradually increase it. You know what I mean? Oops. Okay, so now we're starting to feel thank you, Foxbox. We got about 20 more minutes. Jake. Thank you for tuning in, Jake. I knew it was a J. I'm sorry that I mistook your name, brother. I appreciate you joining, man. Let me know, do you do like music or production or anything? All right. Yes. Something a little awry with my... Let me save. I think my computer hates me right now. Because like there's all these glitches happening, but all's well. We're making it. Okay, so what I want to add is a little delay on those reverse drums. Just like random delay. And delay, for those of you unfamiliar with the terminology, is just an echo. Same thing as an echo. And what you see me do with my mouse here is I'm just adding, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different echoes, and I can tell it when those echoes should hit. 7, 8. Yeah, Proxy, send me a message, bro. Interesting. Oh, that's because I got the, okay, so I only had the effects. Now I want to hear the original sound plus the effects. You hear how it's got a cool little... You hear how that sounds now? Now we're starting to sound like we're underwater, all because we have this delay, right? Great. So I'm liking where this is heading. And what I want to do now is add some... I want to make so that those delays, see here where it says pan, right here is the level. So this is the volume, this is the time of all the delays, and then this is the pan. So right now they're all in the middle, and I'm going to take it and make it so that some are coming right, some are left, some are middle, and just random, right? You hear that effect? Okay, great. So that's good. Let us add some reverb, which just basically makes it sound like it's farther away, and then I think we're really going to start to sound like we're underwater. All right. I'm going to use something called RAUM, R-A-U-M, and that was a free one actually, and I love it. Love how it sounds. Does that not sound underwater? Like we're literally underwater now. Okay. Starting to sound good. Okay, so we're really getting there. All right, the bridge is by no means done. It is by no means done, but I just wanted to get that idea out the way. All right, so it's kind of underwater. We're gonna add some more stuff to it. It's not perfect, but I think we have a good feeling of separation from this big hook going into the warbly kind of underwater effect. Okay. Let me save it so it doesn't totally shatter. Friends, it is getting close. We have 15 minutes left, and I think I'm going to keep going on the bridge and love to hear what you guys think about it. Good. I'm adding stuff little by little. I think I like where the drums are sitting for now. We're done with the automation there. Let me add another instrument. What do we want? Probably a synth. Super. I'm gonna add the bass back, but not. All right, so if y'all can hear, these are what the bass was sounding like, and it's too active. I don't want the bass, but I'll have the bass come in the second half. I'm gonna have the bass come in at the second half. Okay. So let's do the bass come in on every other, except the last one. It'll definitely do the last one. Nice. I don't know why my tempo keeps changing to 120. That is so random and annoying. Thankfully, it hasn't really messed with anything though. We're getting there, folks. I think we do need some synthy stuff here. But not old synth. Good sounding synth. My favorite synth in Logic is Alchemy. So let's go to Alchemy and okay. Let's get a synth. We don't want arpeggiated, we want a pad. We want synth, we want, yeah, let's see where it leads us. No way. All right, we're gonna select an underwater sounding pad. That's a little too much. Let's try this, but we'll put a bunch of effects on it. Perfect. Okay, so I want to put a slight step effect on it. So watch this. This is my favorite thing. Multi-effects, step effects, stereo. Not gonna do that one. That's lame. I want to do the gate mix. Not quite that. We want this on eighth notes. Right, so that's building a little bit better. And we want maybe filter out the top. So, okay, pretty good, you know. Pretty good. I want to play it again. I'm going to play it again. Yeah, let me play it again on the keyboard. Flip over here for you. 5. And even though I personally, wait, am I back yet? Am I back yet? Okay, now I'm back. Oh, sorry. So I was muted when it was on the keyboard screen, but I'm back here. Okay. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all. I'm back. Right? You can hear me, right? Say yeah if you can hear me. So we're about to end. The last thing I'm going to do for the day is, in fact, what I think I can do is this here is 6. I'm going to add another one here, and this is 8. I want to make sure I have track 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. We gotta get the right C3. And 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I wanted for today. Whoops. That's how we want to do that. So that's all for today. We are out of time. Thank you. Today we watched me make a bridge. We did some transition effects. Now I'm just about to end out here. We did, just did some transition effects. And this thing is starting to sound more like a verse, some hooks, and some bridge. So thank you for rocking out with me today. I'm going to keep working on this song. And all of you, send me a message if you were here today. And I am going to make sure that you all get to hear this final thing. When this thing is a final product with the artist on it, and it's released into the public, I want to make sure that y'all hear it first because you were here in the very beginning. So I want to thank everyone once again. It means so much to me that you could join. Huge shout out to Paul for the raid. Even though the raid had some technical difficulties, I want to give you a huge shout out for sending me all your followers so they could check out what I was doing here. I appreciate that. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. And I look forward to seeing you next Saturday, same time, same place. And who knows, maybe I'll do some midweek streams for fun as well. So talk to y'all soon. See y'all later. And thank you, everyone,